Recording and welcome to Rear Naked Chat. Where's this season 16, episode 2? Everyone's fought to get into the house and come to my favorite bit, the bit where they get into the house.
Yeah.
Just love seeing the initial reactions, people jumping for beds and shit. It's exciting.
For me, I'm past that shit now.
Oh,
Because
are
I
you?
think six seasons, I know the format now. It's like, okay, yeah, you're all gonna go and live in this house together. You get your own little bed and the fridge is completely full of food and there's alcohol and it's a nice house, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
At this point, all I really want from the show is some good behind the scenes training. Insightful stuff, because as a fan of the sport, I like learning more about the technical side of it.
Definitely, yep.
Become the fighters they are, and game plans and the training techniques and shit. That's interesting to me. I want to see good fights in the cage. That's a bit more of a rarity on this show. Generally, they're a bit.
You get the exciting fights to get into the house, and then it's all downhill, kind of.
They fight not to lose, rather.
Yeah.
And the other one is genuine beef in the house between people.
Yes.
A lot of trash talking, a lot of agginess. Sometimes you can tell they're kind of putting it on for the camera. I don't like that.
No.
You can tell they genuinely fucking hate each other's guts.
Yeah, and what makes it for me is when you get like a mouthy one and a quiet one, and the mouthy one does something that goes too far, and the quiet one just snaps.
It's also good when you got two mouthy ones as well. And I think, yeah, in this second episode, first episode in the house, I've got exactly what I wanted, really. I think it ticked all the boxes, to be honest.
Well, actually, first of all, before we go into it, we need to make a point that it's not live, right? And it showed straight away in the quality of the show, like this is the first episode in the house, and blatantly I could tell that a lot of that drama had happened a few weeks in, but they were showing it as episode 1. And that's good. That's so much better than the other way.
They learned that lesson, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just more entertaining. Like already I was shocked, like, oh shit, yeah, cool. This is how it used to be. It used to be just like, remember when it was BJ Penn and Jens Pulver, how like episode 1 was ridiculous.
Oh god, yeah. But it's just, yeah, there's always something to draw your attention, isn't there?
Yeah. So it's good they've had time to edit it. They've put together a good little package.
Absolutely. And it's weird. I think on the live one as well, the guys were more conscious that what they were doing was going out.
Yeah, that week.
Whereas when they're just in there 6 weeks, there seems to be a different mentality. Where
Definitely.
A little bit of a prison mentality.
Yeah. They literally go mad to the point where they forget the cameras. They literally forget them. Like, because you've seen some of the shit go down in the house. How could you do that knowing there's a camera on you?
On the live one, at the end of every week, they knew they were going to be live broadcast in the nation.
Yeah, it's too much of a magnifying glass on it. It's best kept secret, this kind of thing.
So it's good to be back to the format. They learned their lesson, but yeah, man. So we got Carwin and Nelson, the two coaches.
Yeah, I think it's a mismatch. I mean, first of all, Carwin's not really the coach here, is he? He's just the face. Like, the coach is Greg Jackson and his underlings.
The way you should do it on the Ultimate Fighter is you're just the motivator.
Yeah.
Coaches do the actual coaching side of it, which is kind of how he's set it up. But yeah, like I say, he brought in the Greg Jackson
team
format and then added a little extra bit of excitement and spice in Pat Barry, who's like a crazy kickboxer. He just, bit of a
wild street, yeah.
He's bringing that little extra element that might be missing. So he's got the complete package there. Whereas Roy, I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest.
Mate, I mean, one of the guys mentioned, he said, like, I'm so glad I'm not on that team because I've trained with them in the real world, and it's it's chaos, I think was the word he used to describe it.
That fuck as well, isn't it? Really.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So one training a day. And even though these amateurs are like, I train twice, maybe.
Yeah, and I have a job.
UFC professional. And then the rest of the time, just go through it in your head.
Just laziest version of training is like, I'm still training, but I'm just going to sort of sit here and just think think about training.
I almost expected someone to go, Roy, like, we can't take the kind of beating you do. Like, did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer becomes a boxer?
Yes, that's what Roy Nelson is.
All he does. But his coaching team, I don't know what was going on there. First of all, I don't know how Red and Mullet has become associated with two ghetto-looking black dudes. Yeah, they knew their shit from that first episode. They knew their shit, but it's a very strange.
They're all in the same trailer park, mate. They all live in the same.
It's all very WWE, his side.
Yeah.
A bit strange, man. So I'm very interested. Like you say, it does seem like a big mismatch. And
But I
Dana
mean-
even when they pick the teams, Carwin's
Yeah.
team just better. Obviously, that's not. It doesn't always pan out that
No,
way
no.
anyway. Does it? But
It becomes quite. I mean, have we ever had a season where it's both coaching sides were good? I'm sure there has been probably, but normally the norm is one is very bad and one's very good.
a bit weaker. So I'd say the Koscheck GFP one, even though there was a lot of beef between them, Koscheck was a pretty good coach.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see, man. Looking forward to it.
But I mean, he's like, it was so. It looked like lesson one was just Roy on his own. He didn't even have the two ghetto brothers with him. He's just Roy on his own, just randomly walking up to people and just saying a couple of things. It's like, had no structure. So while I'm talking to this guy, the rest of you just watch me talking to him.
Yeah. I might come talk to you as well, but now I'll just. But yeah, his team didn't seem too happy about it. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's like a thing. It's like in Rocky IV, Ivan Drago's team.
Carwin's
What he's got.
very structured, very organised. But it's going to make for an entertaining series, I think.
Yeah.
It's a very good balance of styles. I think it's going to make it fun.
Well, if we follow the script, which is what normally happens with this, Roy's gonna basically start failing his team pretty badly, and because he already did that thing, he blames the fighters as opposed to ever blaming himself for his setup. Like, how often have you heard it? You're not doing what we told you to do.
Sometimes I think that's a fair complaint, though.
Yeah. When you get the Andy Wangs of the world.
After the first fight, it's not a great idea. But yeah, we'll see. But also, we've had some genuine beef in the house
Already,
as well.
yeah, nice to see.
Hey, I'm on. I don't know how you pronounce his name, Secor or Secor.
Matt Secco, yeah.
On his side, I like his style, man. Because I think it started with a comment that he was kind of just trying to be. There might have been a little bit of a dig in there, but he was more like trying to bond with the guy a little bit of like, oh, the pink hair, yeah, pink, the color of pussy. That's why we like it.
Yeah, we got something in common, bro.
He just heard the P word and he was like, nope, fuck you. Got lit immediately. But Lane, he's I don't like the look of this guy, man.
He's trouble, man. He's trouble. He's that guy. He's that one guy who's just trouble.
That guy, isn't he? Yeah. Because I'm not a fan of the pranks, man. It's like, come on, all grown men. You're in there to win a contract as a fighter.
Oh God, the flower prank. I forgot about that. I remember when he was planning it, he goes, oh, I've been planning it ever since I got into the house. No, you didn't. You've been planning this ever since you filled in the application form to be on the show, you fucker.
You wanted attention. Yeah.
That guy took it well, though, Richie. He didn't flip out or anything.
Like, alright, cool. Yeah.
And threw a load of flour on him. Look, we're even now.
It wasn't even on him.
Yeah, he wants the books.
It wasn't me, but whatever. Just alright, fair enough. Move on. I'm not interested. Like I say, 16 seasons in, I've seen. Unless you're matching the prank like the one where the guy took a shit in the top.
Upper Decker, wasn't it?
Unless you're topping that, boring. really. You know what I mean? Not interested.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to top that is taking a dump on someone's pillow. Nice, neat bed.
I'd enjoy that because, like I said earlier, I like genuine beef in the house.
Yeah.
That would not cause some serious
Yeah.
beef.
Yeah. Because that that's making a statement. It's just the image. What's funnier isn't the actual shit on a pillow. It's the guy doing it.
Squatting up,
Yeah.
out on camera.
Oh shit.
Yeah. If that was the prank, flower, fuck off. So yeah, I guess to get to the fight. Was there
Yeah.
anything?
So basically he was his number one pick, Cameron, and obviously he's picked Cameron. Well, he's basically a coach, so he's going to be sick. I won't even have to train him. He's thinking he can be my coach for the team.
Exactly. He's got a free coach.
He will be a coach now, basically, because he's lost his fight. So
yeah. But yeah, I thought Neil looked great on his feet. Peppered him with a lot of shots. And it went to the ground. Obviously, Cameron then started trying to bring the jiu-jitsu into it, but I thought Neil defended it pretty well, really. Got out of a few...
Yeah. Bearing that he's a high-level jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah. But then I think once Cameron kind of thought, right, I'm giving this guy my jiu-jitsu, and he kind of fighting it off.
Yeah.
It all broke his spirit a little bit, because he was kind of like, right, where do I go now?
He hasn't got anything else, man. I don't know why he even bothered, really, because he's got no stand-up whatsoever.
Then obviously the second round, it went back to the feet.
Yeah.
Neil just part, didn't he? Really.
Yeah.
But he looks very good, man.
He does. Yeah. It was a weird. That was his fight pick as well, wasn't it? Who picked the fight? Roy Nelson.
Yeah. And and he even said, "Because it's your birthday, I'm going to pick you."
Yeah, and that literally might have been the only reason that he did that, just so he could say that line.
And then even like, "You give me a birthday present." But yeah, all in all, man.
I think Team Nelson's in for a tough time this season, man. I feel sorry for him already. Like, you already know it's just going to go to absolute shit.
But I can't wait to see it. It's train wreck.
Yeah.
Good set up to be a good season, man.
Who's been the worst coach ever? Is it Rampage? It's got to be, isn't it? I'm just wondering if that can be topped.
I mean, BJ Penn...
No, BJ Penn he's not as bad as Rampage. I mean, he kind of was, but...
Halfway through. I remember there was a lot of shots of training sessions where BJ Penn was just basically lying on the floor.
Standard. That was the standard setup for those guys.
Yeah, you know, you just...
You'd have the medicine ball just behind his... He's basically laying down with the medicine ball under his neck.
Yeah, and just giving orders. So yeah, he was pretty bad. I'd say Ken Shamrock was pretty bad.
Oh yeah. No, for me it's between Ken, because I mean Rampage didn't even turn up for some of the fights.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I remember Shamrock was pretty bad. One of his coaching staff was a bodybuilder. That's how bad he was.
I think it was at least Rampage. Even he wasn't really that bothered about his job as a coach. I think the people on his team still liked him.
They still liked him, yeah.
I remember definitely there was a couple of moments where, what was it? It was Tate Fletcher, I think. It was like, Ken, just shut up. Fucking team. Just walked away, so it's like, yeah, he's probably the worst. Yeah, man. Let's look. I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be a good. That bit. That's my other favourite bit of the season. When after episode 1 or 2, they show you the rest of the season coming up, and it looked like it was just kicking off in all directions.
Yeah. So yeah,
like in the gym, in the house, after the fights, before the fights, the weigh-ins, just every opportunity kicking off.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Yeah.
So, soon, man, we'll be there for every episode, breaking it down.
So if you're enjoying it, stick with us. Come along for the ride. Tweet us, put comments on, just give us feedback any way you like, mate.
it. That's it. Let's keep the conversation moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, and we're also doing the smashes as well. If you're interested in that, UK versus Australia, so check that out
Right,
as well.
channel. Peace.